subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. I'm so grateful that you didn't just stop at the music, but you're watching to learn all this stuff. Remember, you don't need a partner for this. Let's get into it. This is the wonderful Ivy. There's going to be some kind of banner here. Ivy and I'm Alex. Welcome to my school. Okay, so it starts with 5 levels of dip. The first dip I've titled Backpack. And the way that it looks like is, if you watch once first, 1, 2, I twist on 3, we go sit 4, I take my right leg, I bump, followers are gonna pull back 5, locking in 6, and we go 7. And the reason I did 5 levels is this is literally the safest dip you can do, which means that there's really no momentum. And depending on your level, if you're a beginner, you go through the levels and you see what you're comfortable with. So how do we actually do this one? Alex, please teach now. All right, well, leaders, what you're going to do, you might not be able to see from this side, so I'll switch just for a moment. The reason I call it a backpack is because I climb, oh, we'll go with that. I go over the shoulder and I clasp on top right here. So I go from the palm position over on 1, or latest 2. And the reason for that is when I do that, as I pull my partner's right hand, my left hand in, as I twist, I can help her sit for that little bit moment. So it's a press down here, gentle. Now you're not going like, Arnold Schwarzenegger, get down, right? Like there's none of that here. But this is the only way, because it will be really hard and your partner won't feel comfortable if you yank with this hand. So you don't definitely want to do this and go yank. You could hurt your partner's shoulder. Ow, 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 ow. Bad reputation now. So if we go from this angle, leaders, you're opening up. Followers, you're stepping back. 1. We're stepping out, leaders. 2. You're going to pull the left hand to twist as your right hand comes over the shoulder on 3. So left hand just twists our partner. Right hand you can see right here. Then we sit 4. And what you're going to do is take your right knee, you're going to bump the hip. And follows, when we bump that hip, you're going to push back 5, lift your heels up, twist, 6, and we bring our partner back with the left hand on 7. Very important connection here. We're going to talk about this a lot. But leaders, you want to be kind of a celloist, which basically means a cello is just a violin that believed in itself. I use the joke. I mean, hopefully you're giggling, okay? Right? Take a second. You're like, what? Oh. So this arm, like a cello, is the thing that's guiding our partner. So for followers, to make sure that you don't miss as many dips, you'll notice that there's no air gap here versus where we go reverse, yeah? So that's gonna be a big theme in this move. Okay, so that's the first one. The first one is backpack. Again, it looks like this. 1, open up. 2, twist. 3, on the shoulder. 4, we sit 5, you bump 6, and we go 7 and 8. Yes, that's correct count. I believe so. Yes, okay, good. She says yes, okay? So you can blame her now, not me. Okay. The next one is called What's That? And the reason I call it that is you're dancing, you see something like, what's that? Right, so you look over the shoulder. This is the second safe dip, or the second level of dip, and the reason for that isn't that there's no traveling momentum. And the real idea is that everybody wants to do these kind of moves and you churn, and this is the third level we're gonna be covering, but there's a lot of skill that's required and trust. She trusts me most of the time. So with that said, the second dip is called What's That? Where you're gonna open up on 2, so forward 1, you're opening on 2, you're gonna pull your left hand, your partner's right hand, on the rib cage, almost like she's a koala and she's gonna grab. So you're gonna do a half turn, ladies or followers. Bring your feet together. As you do, you're attaching on 3. So I'm gonna show you from here. 3, and I'm grabbing on 4. And so now, because we're in a stationary position, we're gonna be pressing the hands down. Followers, you're still resting on your partner. Worst case, if you start to fall, grab your partner, twist, roll, and fall on top of him. I'm kidding. Please never do that. From here, leaders, you don't want to hide behind your partner. You want her to feel safe. So your partner is going rock climbing and she's descending down a mountain. So what you want to do is you want to extend the hands and descend her down versus both of you topple down. And that's the second dip. So we go 5, we come up 6, followers, you're putting your weight into your left. 7, you're twisting. 8, stepping back. 1, 2, 3. Now followers, you're just as responsible as us for safety, so never trust your partner. High five, yeah! But what that means really, followers, is when we go down, it's a limbo level kind of dip. And so with our left foot forward, we're gonna lean back, but we're really supporting ourselves in the quad. Now what you don't wanna do is spread your legs. And what that means is, the wider you move your foot apart, the more it's like a piston squat, piston, whichever one, pistons. Oh, piston squat! Leave in the comments. Is Alex a genius? Just be nice. All right. So what that means is you go in front by squeezing your thighs in, and what you're doing is you're going with the side of your foot. So if I show you here, it's not a full foot connection, it's the side. We also don't want to lift. Catch me, because even in that safe dip, you can injure your partner. And so Ivy trusts me, but I also trust her in that even as I send her down, if I slightly lift the hands up, she's still relatively supporting herself, right? It's not give me your full weight, right? So like this, and then I'm like, oh my gosh, see, that was a real fear. That fear factor, okay? You shouldn't be dancing like it's Fear Factor. Some of you might know that show. Anyway, with Joe Rogan, look it up, never mind. That's the second one. So again, if we do this, it's open 1, 2, pull to the ribcage, 3, connect on 4, extend the hands, 5, bring her up, 6, 7, and if she gives you a little nod, she's like, what's level? I see she gave him a nod, she's like, what's level 3? And so the level 3 dip is the one you see on most dance floors. This is the intermediate level dip. And for this one, it's a cross bodily turn, which basically means, leaders, you step forward, 1, open up, 2, 3, you're pushing with the right hand, you're churning and stalking your partner. And so what you do is pushing your partner, your follower forward, followers forward with the left, you're gonna hook. 5, you're gonna churn, let go of your right hand. 6, as you see the shoulder closest to you, you're gonna scoop. 7, you're gonna bring the koala to your ribcage again. 8, and I'm gonna show you from both angles with your hands extended, followers, because it's a bit more of intermediate dip. There are 2 versions of it. We'll show you the styling version, which means you let go of your partner, your hand is down, almost like there's a little coffee table, and you're using a coffee table to support yourself. Leaders, again, you're gonna lean back, you're gonna counter that weight. And we go on 3. So if we do that, it's 1, 2, and when we bring you up, followers, you're gonna connect that hand on top again, because you're like, I trusted you a little bit, and you've earned a little bit more. And so if we go again, you lean back, 1, 2, connect, 3. Leaders, you're gonna pull your right hand over to your right, which means followers. This is your left foot, your 5. We're gonna walk in half a circle, or actually, that's a full turn. We go 5, 6, and we bring our feet together, 7. So we swap position. So we went from cross-body light from this side to this side. Okay, there's a lot of moving parts here, so let's make sure that we get it right. Don't be bored, and don't switch the channel. Stay with me. It helps YouTube algorithms. Also, leave some comments. What other dips do you want to learn? I'm happy to break all this down. Plus, hopefully, maybe I'll learn 1 or 2 new ones. So, again, from the crossbody lead, some do's and don'ts. Leaders, you never want your partner to pass you. Because if she passes you, right, like, you don't have leverage there, right? And so, it's almost like you are doing weightlifting. And so when you're turning your partner needs to land in the center of your belly button right here. So I have my feet outside of my partner. Because if my partner does fall, go ahead, right? Like, I mean, I won't drop her, but that's a big problem. So we want to land. And so what's important is you don't watch your partner's feet. So that's the first tip. I watch her whole body. So as I'm turning, and if she starts to travel, I can also use my hands to keep her back. I'm like, get back for safety, right? Oh, I butchered that accent. And then we do the dip here, that. So that's for the leaders. For followers, that's the first step. So you're watching your partner, you're trailing on 5, you're opening up 6, and then plant 7, holding the 8, and you dip on 1. Followers, for you, what's really important is your heels need to be close when you're churning. This is a really good technique for every dancer. And so it's kind of like you don't want to churn with your knees like this. We call this helicopter knees, right? I call this helicopter knees. Start that, whichever city you're watching this in, all right? But what you want is a V shape. So like this, a V shape slightly, so your knees actually point out. That is how we normally walk. We don't tend to walk like this unless we go to washroom. But the reason for that is because your heels are apart slightly, leaders, when we turn you, or followers, when we turn you, your center of gravity doesn't travel as much. Basically, you're not going too far and you're more stable. And so when you go forward, it's heels in, heels in, heels in. And because you're more balanced, I, just as a dancer, feel more comfortable and safe to do this dip. Now, the other thing is, you might not see, so I'm going to go from this angle for followers. She wraps her palm around me, and that hand goes straight down from this angle, that way, and we come up. Followers, what you don't want to ever do is, how do you know the difference between kind of a tilt and a drop? It has to do with the angle. And so if we talk about this a little bit just for safety, right? Because the followers are like, well, how do I know I shouldn't be going down? Well, I literally grabbed her and I pulled her down with my left hand. And so when we tilt, you want to keep your core tight. Your left foot turns to the side, followers, like that. And it's blocking your right foot. And so if we go from this angle, actually, right? So we're going to extend that hand. I'm going to just kind of make sure that I don't block her. And so then extend that foot for me, Ivy, please. And that's it. See, so it's blocking the view of this foot. But that means that this foot still supports you, right? And so as we go, now we go tilting back like you're going down a water slide. So water slide in. We come up, and then when we pull you, you're taking your left foot on the 5, 6, 7. 5, 6, 7 from that perspective. Okay, so we learned a couple of things there. Other thing is general followers, just make sure to look for your partner. It's way easier. If you don't feel comfortable letting go, you can hold on. That's the other version. So when we turn, you're looking for your partner. You're going to spot. You're going to attach. You're not going to let go just for extra support, right? Now, we still rely on you for support, but this is going to help. See? The fourth dip is why so fancy? Now we're getting to the intermediate advanced level. So this is a pop with a trust fall essentially. So what we do is leaders, you're holding on to your partner, what we call in my school a scissor hand hold. You can also do a wrist hand hold. And what we do is a pop, a syncopated. So it'd be 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1. You're going to start to pull her in, lady, step into your followers. Left, 2, full turn, 3, I almost said half turn, full turn 3. Now, followers here, you want to lock your knees, leaders. You're going to go, Now, you're not going to actually hip bump, but you're going to overextend your hip so that when you land that foot out, leaders, you can support your partner, and it's all a side plank in, and then we come back out, and I'm going to explain more details. But for safety, as we're doing this, whether you do it with yourself or with a broom or followers a side plank, let's do that opening. It's a syncopated pop. We're going, and 1, followers are stepping in. 2, full turn, bring your feet together. 3, we're locking everything in. Followers, you're doing a side plank, which means you're going to be resting on your left foot, but your legs need to be squeezing. So you don't want to go, don't drop me. Can we show them that? Don't drop me. That's what you do. Why must you do it? You're learning from me, from us. Come on now. Okay, here we go. So you're locking everything super, super tight. And as long as you're tight, ladies or followers, right? Doesn't matter, men or women, but followers, it's not the weight that's the issue. It has to do with momentum. And it also has to do with the fact that most of your weight isn't on us. Even as we side plank, it's about, 20, 30%. So don't be scared. But if you panic and you relax like this, we're going to both fall. And so you're doing a side plank, realizing that your full weight isn't on us. So you're still supporting yourself. But you do need to have your right foot come off the ground because you are putting all your weight on the left. So like a side plank, you're super tight, chest engaged, leaders, left foot out on the toes. We go 5, 6, we come up. 7, we start to rotate. So follows, that's your right foot that lands. Now we're going to turn her and kind of cheat, but in salsa, once you're more advanced and intermediate, it's fine. All right, so you're going to take that right hand, you're going to bring your feet together. Followers, you're going to step forward to the left. Turn. 1, 2, catch a hand. 3, leaders switching from the left to the right. Keeping the right hand low, you're going to push. It's a left turn. 6, 7. Yes. From here, we should do a little bit of a job explaining this a little bit more. So a couple more moving parts. Okay, so leaders, for you, the count will be if we pop, and 1, wrap her in. 2, 3, we're going 4 for support. So you don't want it to feel like a fall. I know it sounds fun, but again, we got to earn her trust. So we go controlled. 5, 6, 7. I'm pulling with my right hand. 8, and here you can be lazy. One of the few times you can be stationary. 1, 2, 3, and then catch. 5, 6, 7. Now the exit is just a bonus. Ultimately, you can't just do a basic. It just fits so perfectly into the music, and I was really proud of myself. But you can go 5, 6, 7, 8, and then you go basic. 1, 2, 3. So all these dips are standalone. I just did them back to back. Anyway, followers, for styling, what are we doing? So followers, for the pop, we're going to have our right hand, left hand is locked in, elbow in. We're taking our right hand, we're going between our chin, behind our neck, our right hand. We go, and 1. And you'll notice that my right knee is bent, my left foot is pointed towards my partner. 1. He's going to start to pull you in, you bring it behind your left ear. 2. And then you're going to collect you're going to collect to your chest, full turn. 3. Then from here, you're going to go, I can't dip myself. I don't think you can either. That'd be amazing. Michael Jackson, there's a trick to it. There was a nail. It had a connection to the shoe. I don't know if you know that. Anyway, so when we're doing the dip, it's 1, we do a sweep. 2, come out. 3, 5, 6, 7. What is with Alex right now? 5, 6, 7, and then followers, this is where you'll do a single turn by twisting same direction as me. 1, 2 feet together. 3, and then right foot. 5, 6, 7. All right, so lots of moving parts. You can always go back and watch it. You cannot forget to subscribe and share with your friends. And then the final dip, heroes can fly. That's a dip. I love this dip too. It starts with kind of an around the world movement. So leaders, you're breaking back. Left hand is low. Right hand is going to go up on 3. And what you're going to do is put on a cape. And, Superman and Lois Lane. Oh, I should have called it that. Okay, you know what? Whatever. It's fine. I'm going to change it for the workshop I'm doing. Okay, so we're breaking back. Out. Right hand up. 2. Over to your right. 3. Almost like you're throwing in a cape, right? And then you're going to bring her around as you do basic. Followers walk around. 5, 6, 7. So essentially, followers are looking and walking some more. All right, so the count would be left hand is low around the waist, right hand goes up as you lasso her around. So we're going back, right hand up, over, lasso, connection, pull her in front, and grab the wrist, same pop, but this time it's a full half turn. So we're popping 1, 2, catch, 3. Now, so from here, leaders, this is important. What you want to do is, or sorry, followers, let's talk to you first. Your shoulders need to be down. What that means is you don't want to do this. But you want them down. Again, it's a plank. And so leaders, when you pull your partner back, you're only going a little bit. If you've never, this is an advanced move. If you've never done this, shouldn't do it with a random person. No randos, okay? That's the thing. I don't know if they say that. All right. So from here, leaders, I'm going to take my left foot back. Followers, you're keeping your heels close. And you're actually going to go on your heels so your toes go up a little bit. That's it. Here we are. And so the count, if you face me, Ivy, if we reset that pop, that count will be, and 1, catch, 2, 3. And then on the heels, 5, you're coming up. 6, followers, you're going to bend your knees. 7 to get back grounded. 7, your left hand leaders on 8 is going to go on the shoulder. So that's her left shoulder, your follower's left shoulder, and right hand on the waist. So here, so I'm going to just show you from this angle, right here. Yeah, sorry, let me move my hair. Dunka, right here. Yes? All right. So from here, you're going to pop, and we're going to walk you through the styling here. It's a pop. 1, 2, 3, and I push her, and followers turn 5, 6, 7, basic 1, 2, 3. All right. A lot more moving parts for the followers. So followers, styling. Yay. You're like, I want to learn styling. Well, guess what? You're going to learn it right now. So for the trust fall, so your hands are going to go open like this. Yes. And so we're going to dip 1. Sorry, this is 5, 6, 7. Sorry. 5, right? 6, 7. You're going to collect. And then as you syncopate and 1, so this is a pop, right, left. You're going to take your hands. You're going to shoot them out and 1. Step 2, lock your hands back in. 3, and now for this part, what you're doing just without the steps, you are turning to your right, but you're going to go towards the camera or away from your partner, towards and lock, and then down. I had a hiccup. I was professional there. All right, so from here, if we do the pop first, right hand behind you, left hand forward, followers, and 1, stepping 2, lock in, 2, back in, 3, I call it the mummy. Anyway, as you go forward to turn to the right, so that's a right turn, you're going to thread the hands out. 5, half a turn, I'm turning towards the camera. 6, behind your head. 7, so right now we're facing away from you. And then basic 1, 2, 3. So leaders and followers, if we go slow, take a breath, maybe drink some water. Oh, I forgot to say, subscribe. Anyway, if I'm more needy, maybe I'll grow faster. It's not what my mom says. All right. Okay. So from here, we're going to do the heroes can fly. We're going to break back and out, walk around, side basic leaders, and we pop, trust, fall, and then we dip on the heels. 5, come out. 6, adjust. 7, we pop, extend, mummy connection, throw them out. Turn, and now basic 1, 2, 3. I gotta say, we crushed this lesson. I'm really proud of us, but I'm also proud of you because you stayed till the end. You know what? High five someone in the room or just hug yourself. Just hug yourself right now. I'm really proud of you. Please never forget, whatever level of dip you do, whatever level you are, you always belong on the dance floor. Don't ever think just because someone is further ahead than you that you don't belong. We all have our journey, and as long as we're dancing, that's the win.